Hi, I'm Will, and you're watching me struggling to land a drone into my kayak because my brother, George, and I had the idea to paddle the length of our childhood river. The River Waveney acts as a natural border between the English counties of Norfolk and Suffolk, along the banks of which we grew up. And with the same GoPro from 10 years ago, we were going to explore.
You're such an idiot.
Having done almost zero preparation for this trip, I think it's safe to say that we might have underestimated it. It was not going to be easy. We would get stuck in reeds countless times, get stung by nettles, and navigate fallen trees. This 4-day adventure would be exhausting, but we were determined to reconnect with the area where we grew up. In a positive way? Join us for this 2-part series of our journey along our childhood river, the River Waveney. We found the source and it is absolutely stunning. What do you think of the source, George?
Oh, it's the best source I've ever seen.
So the first bit of our journey is just over 13 kilometres of a walk along the banks of the Waveney before we can actually put the kayak in. What do you reckon, George?
Yeah, we're making good progress. We're about 2.5 kilometres in already.
Yeah.
Take one wrong turn, but we're back on track.
Yeah, back on track.
Oh my god! Snake! 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 Oh, I stood on it.
George,
Yeah.
come here. What did you almost stand on?
A snake.
Yeah, good start. How many kilometres are we in?
3. The stressful thing now is that all of these things here look like snakes.
Luckily for George, that was actually a slow worm and not a snake. This footpath isn't very well maintained. There are lots and lots of stinging nettles the whole way. George is soldiering on, but my legs are stung a lot. Ow. Ow. Okay, right through. Oh. Through the worst of it. That's so painful. The path is covered in stinging nettles.
Get through here.
We've got to get through there. Got to get through that gap. Well, there isn't a gap. That's the main problem. Alright. Why didn't we wear trousers? Because we definitely need trousers. Due to our lack of trousers, our legs were on fire, but we were making progress.
Well, we started here, and I've got to here, and hopefully we're putting in around about here, and then we've got to do all of this.
We were now ready to put the kayak into the water for the first time, after walking the 13 kilometres from the source of the river. And we are off, finally.
It's not very comfy.
It really isn't very comfortable. We have so much stuff.
Jesus Christ. We've picked a bit of a bigger river. Right, this is tricky. Brute force. Oh, soaked. Absolutely soaked. It is incredibly narrow here. Jesus f***ing Christ. Alright, it gets better.
As you can see, it immediately got worse.
There we go.
So it was going pretty well, but now we are stuck completely in these reeds, and the road or river in front of us is blocked. What the f do we do? We're literally standing in the river. We surely walk down there. On deck. Yeah, that's because I'm trying to get through this bit. As you can probably tell, we have absolutely no idea what we're doing. We had barely planned this trip and didn't know what the state of the river would be further along. We thought it'd be a good idea to put the drone in the air to have a look if the path ahead was any clearer. And luckily for us, it was. All that was left was to load up the boat and get going. For about 10 meters until we got stuck again. Are we floating out? Sweet, back in. Christ, we've got 0 miles an hour. Coming up to the first weir, where we're going to have to get out and carry all the stuff. Oh, nice. Somehow this took us almost 10 minutes. We are now a blockage. And I've got the rope. Oh. Coming towards the end of day 1, feels like we are on day 7. Some of that pondweed is like paddling with the brakes on, and it is really, really hard. How long have we actually done on the canoe? Like, can't have been. We did 3 hours, but the first hour was trying to do about 10 meters through some reeds.
Follow that duckweed path.
For the first time, we'd found a part of the river where we could actually paddle. We've made some really good progress in the last sort of 45 minutes. Probably as much distance as we've done the whole rest of the day, because the river, you can see, has really widened up a lot. But soon we would encounter our first fallen tree.
Right. Issue. Really? Really? I mean, yeah, it would actually. This is going to be dangerous.
So, end of day one. Pretty successful day in the end. As we came into Hoxton, we were blocked off by someone's like private land, and the river actually flows through a mill here. And we spoke to the woman in the house, and she's let us actually carry the boat across her land and even camp on it, giving us a few snacks and stuff. So pretty good.
Very lovely.
It's a really stunning setting. So we'll put the drone in the air, and yeah, you'll see. Right, morning on day two. We are just tending to the kayak now, and we'll be off shortly. Gonna pack up the tents. Just got in the water from this bank just behind me. Took a while. Stay tuned for some incredible river facts from George.
So, did you know that a river can't...
We had to get paddling though, so there was no time for the river fact.
Watch out, watch out. Forward a bit, George. So we're going to have to pass the whole thing under the bridge, somehow. We're stuck, I think. Oh my god. I'm not in the right place. Oh, that's low. That is low. Right, good job.
The council say that they don't clear up these fallen trees to provide habitat for small birds, fish and other wildlife. But I think they just can't be bothered.
Which way? Okay. Paddling through more soup. Right, is this possible? Bollocks. That. Ah, there we go.
That's George just having a rest there. It's very tiring work this, at the front, pulling us through the trees. Good job, George. We are very much unable to get down there. We're going to have to put in the canoe, or kayak, whatever it is, a bit further down. it's probably about time for another fun river fact from George.
Hello, good morning everyone. So my fun fact today is that a river cannot travel more than 5 times its length without a slight meander.
This really is very interesting, and I'm pretty glad that we get to show off facts like this. It's the stuff that makes you want to get to the end of the video, and you look forward to the next video as a result of facts that are just this fun.
I pressed the red one at the top.
It's slow moving, this section of the river. Current worst enemies are shallow water, reeds, pondweed and fallen trees. I think fallen trees are the worst.
3, 2, 1.
To be honest, getting stuck in reeds was just as painful.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we've just stopped for lunch under this bridge. A nice little platform here. A few pretty tough bits again through reeds and stuff. So yeah, it's been challenging, but we'll keep going.
Goodbye lunch spot. Let's get some serious clicks under the belt. Wait. Currently looking for a kingfisher that's just flown past us.
Still yet to see any other boat or kayak or canoe or anything. We're aiming for a specific pub by the evening. Last night was the Swan, and tonight's the Black Swan, hopefully. So let's go, onwards. We had covered quite a lot of ground on our first day and a half of the journey, but there was still a very long way to go. Thank you very much for watching, and join us next time as we decide to walk through stinging nettles in flip-flops.
This is f***ing bullshit, this is.
Get stuck in reeds, navigate more fallen trees, and just have a terrible time in general. That was probably the hardest hour of my life, honestly. That was horrible.